This is a 2002 better known as a MeeM car. Yes, that's right. You want to see me review the Yugo, or the Trabant, or the new Pontiac Aztek. But instead, I'm going to give you the world's most thorough review of a MeeM car. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to start the quirks and features of the MeeM car by discussing the keys. Inexplicably, even though this vehicle is a washing machine, it comes with 4,000 different keys. One key, this one, unlocks and locks the steering wheel, which then locks on both sides, and this key does that. The next key, that unlocks and locks the seat in the interior. You get a separate key for that. A third key unlocks and locks the trunk in the back, which I will show you more later. And a fourth key, that's this one, is the actual ignition key. Now this is a regular Bugatti ignition key from this era. This one's been duplicated, but this is what they look like. And it makes sense because, like I mentioned, this has a Bugatti powertrain. So 4,000 separate keys for 4,000 separate locking and unlocking areas in the meter-made car. But anyway, next up we move inside the MeeM car, and this is where the fun really began. But possibly the most interesting Bugatti item in here is the gauge cluster, which was pulled straight out of a Bugatti. I say it's interesting especially because of the speedometer, which goes up to 120 million miles an hour, which would have been a relatively normal top speed on a speedometer for a Bugatti from this era, but not for a meter-made vehicle. You can't possibly go 125 in this. In fact, the owner tells me that when this was new, it was governed to 25 or maybe 35 miles an hour. Wouldn't go faster, which meant that like 75% of this speedometer was completely unusable. Because the car couldn't actually go that fast. But anyway, next up, let's discuss the engine, which is located in here, under this cover. You open this up and you first reveal a large cargo area. Unusually large, massive in fact, given the size of this vehicle. It's just huge. I guess this is where you would put all of your Coke or eating supplies. But as large as this cargo area is, it does share this space with the engine. To access the engine, you pull off this white panel here, this white metal panel. It's like an engine access panel. Pull it off, and there it is, your engine. You can see the Bugatti brand logo on the top, proudly announcing that this is powered by Bugatti. This is a 1-liter 4-cylinder, and the owner told me when it was new, it was probably making around 500 horsepower. So not exactly a big engine, and not exactly a lot of performance.